I have always enjoyed riding alone at night. There is something peaceful about empty roads. No traffic, no noise, just me, my motorcycle, and the darkness stretching endlessly ahead. For years, I traveled late at night without experiencing anything unusual. I thought all those scary stories people told about lonely roads were just exaggerated tales. Stories created to entertain people. Stories meant to scare travelers. But one night, everything changed. And even now, years later, I still think about what happened. Whenever I ride through an unfamiliar place after dark. It started after I attended a gathering in a town I had never visited before. The event lasted longer than expected. By the time I left, it was already close to midnight. The sky was completely dark. Not a single star was visible. Heavy clouds covered everything above me. I opened my navigation app and searched for the fastest route home. 2 roads appeared. The first route followed the highway. The second route cut through a remote mountain area. The shorter route would save me nearly an hour. Without giving it much thought, I chose the shortcut. At first, everything seemed normal. The road was narrow but smooth. There were occasional houses, a few small stores, and several streetlights. I felt relaxed. The ride was quiet, almost peaceful. But after about 30 minutes, the houses slowly disappeared. Then the stores vanished. Soon, even the streetlights were gone. The only light came from my motorcycle's headlight. Everywhere else, there was darkness. The kind of darkness that seems to swallow everything around it. I checked my phone. No signal. Not even one bar. I wasn't worried. Remote areas often have poor reception. So I continued riding. The road twisted through dense forest. Tall trees surrounded both sides. Their branches stretched over the road like giant hands reaching into the darkness. The deeper I went, the stranger the atmosphere became. I noticed something unusual. There were no sounds, no insects, no birds, no wind, nothing. It felt as though the entire forest was holding its breath. I tried ignoring the feeling. I focused on the road ahead. Then I saw someone, a person standing beside the road. At first, I thought it was a stranded traveler. The figure appeared to be a woman wearing pale clothing. She stood completely still, not moving, not waving, not looking around, just standing there, watching the road. As I approached, something felt wrong. Normally, people shift their weight, move their hands, look around. This person did none of those things. She looked almost frozen. For a brief moment, I considered stopping to ask if she needed help, but every instinct told me not to. So I kept riding. As I passed her, I glanced in my mirror. The road behind me was empty. She had vanished. My stomach tightened. I looked again. Still nothing. No person. No movement. I convinced myself that I simply lost sight of her. Nothing more. 10 minutes later, I saw her again, standing beside the road. The same clothing, the same posture, the same stillness. My heart immediately began racing. There was no way she could have gotten ahead of me, not without a vehicle. And there had been no other vehicles on the road. This time, I didn't look directly at her. I kept my eyes forward, twisted the throttle, and continued riding. The forest seemed darker than before. The air felt colder. Every shadow suddenly looked suspicious. Then another strange thing happened. I passed a road sign. A faded warning sign near a sharp curve. Nothing unusual about that. Except, a few minutes later, I passed it again. The exact same sign. The exact same scratches. The exact same bent corner. I slowed down, confused. Maybe there were multiple signs. Maybe they looked similar. That had to be the explanation. But then I saw it a third time. The same sign, in the same condition, standing beside the same curve. A cold chill ran through my body. I was absolutely certain. I didn't wait. I accelerated as fast as I could. The forest blurred around me. The wind roared in my ears. But no matter how fast I went, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was following me. Then I noticed movement ahead. A figure standing directly in the middle of the road. I slammed the brakes. The motorcycle skidded slightly. The figure remained motionless. My headlight illuminated its outline, tall and silent. I couldn't make out any facial features. Its face seemed hidden in shadow. The figure tilted its head, not like a normal person. Far too far, far too slowly. The movement looked unnatural. Wrong. Every part of me screamed to leave. I turned around immediately and rode in the opposite direction. I didn't care where the road led anymore. I just wanted to get away. For what felt like forever, I rode through the darkness. Then finally, I saw lights. Bright lights. A gas station. I have never been so relieved in my life. I pulled in and stopped. My hands were shaking. My heart felt like it would burst from my chest. The employee inside noticed my condition. He asked if I was all right. I told him everything. The woman, the repeated road sign, the footsteps, the figure in the road, the strange feeling that something was watching me. The employee listened quietly. Then he asked me which road I had taken. When I told him, his expression changed. He looked uncomfortable, almost nervous. After a long silence, he told me something I will never forget. For years, travelers had reported strange encounters on that road. Some claimed they saw people standing beside the road who vanished moments later. Others described hearing footsteps around their vehicles. A few said they became lost despite driving in a straight line. Nobody knew why. Nobody could explain it. Most people laughed at the stories until they experienced something themselves. I stayed at the gas station for nearly an hour. When I finally left, I chose the highway instead. The longer route, the safer route. I arrived home shortly before dawn, and I never told anyone what happened. Not for years. Even now, I still don't know what I saw that night. Maybe exhaustion affected my mind. Maybe fear distorted what I experienced. Or maybe there are places where something unexplained still lingers, waiting beside forgotten roads, watching travelers pass through the darkness. And sometimes, when I ride at night, I find myself checking the roadside more often than I used to, just in case. Because deep down, part of me fears that one day, I will see that motionless figure again, standing silently in the darkness,